The world watches. Many people want peace. They desperately hope for talks. This brutal war brings daily suffering. A lasting end is deeply wished for. Global leaders feel this immense pressure. Yet, serious peace talks are not happening. Why is achieving peace so very hard? Let us look closer at the reasons. In the past, some leaders believed in deals. They thought Russia could be engaged. Previous US presidents often tried this. They always sought diplomatic solutions. They hoped for stable, predictable relations. But the international context has now shifted. Today, the situation is far more dangerous. Old assumptions about Moscow may not hold. Russia now has its own clear war aims. Moscow wants specific outcomes from this conflict. It demands significant Ukrainian territory. It insists Ukraine must remain neutral. No NATO membership for Kyiv, they say. Russia views these goals as strategically vital. It shows no sign of stopping its fight easily. Its core demands are stark and unyielding. Ukraine also has its own firm demands. Kyiv declares it will not cede its land. Territorial integrity is absolutely paramount. It wants all Russian troops to leave. Full justice for alleged war crimes is sought. Ukraine is fighting for its very survival. It will not accept any Russian ultimatums. Its national resolve remains remarkably strong. Inside the West, opinions are divided. What does Russia truly want from this war? Some analysts see limited regional goals. Others fear much wider imperial ambitions. Is Russia's focus only on Ukraine, or is the rest of Europe a potential target? This fundamental division affects Western strategy. It makes a united, coherent response harder. Ukraine's military continues to be resilient. It is certainly not a desperate, failing force. It has consistently shown remarkable strength. Ukrainian soldiers are incredibly well motivated. They bravely defend their homeland every day. Western weapons have been a crucial help, though significant challenges certainly remain. Kyiv firmly believes it can hold its ground. Russia has made some territorial gains. It currently controls parts of Ukraine. This amounts to about 18%. This figure includes Crimea, annexed in 2014, and also large areas in eastern and southern Ukraine. The front lines stretch for hundreds of miles. Fighting is intense for every village, every field. These gains have come at an enormous human cost. Some voices suggest Ukraine should strike a deal, perhaps accept painful losses for peace now. This, they argue, would end the bloodshed. But Ukraine and its people strongly disagree. Kyiv believes it can and must endure. It still hopes for a much better outcome. Giving up sovereign land is seen as unacceptable. They believe patience will ultimately serve them. Support from Western nations is crucial. The United States has been a key financial and military backer. European allies provide substantial aid too. This includes weapons money and vital training. This collective support helps Ukraine to resist. It also puts significant pressure on Russia. Economic sanctions target Moscow's war economy. Western unity has been a powerful factor. However, U.S. support has shown signs of wavering. Some political leaders openly question the aid. Former President Donald Trump is a prominent example. He has suggested he could end the war quickly, perhaps by pressuring Ukraine to concede territory. This creates deep uncertainty for Kyiv's planners, and it may offer a degree of hope to Moscow. Political shifts in allied capitals matter greatly. What could possibly make Ukraine compromise its stance? A major sustained loss of Western military aid. If essential weapons supplies were to dry up, or if Russia achieved a significant new breakthrough, if Ukraine's military faced imminent collapse. These are undeniably serious concerning possibilities, but Ukraine is working hard to prevent them. Its national spirit aims to remain unbroken. Europe is watching American politics very closely. Potential changes in U.S. support worry European capitals. They understand they might need to do much more. Consequently, European nations are increasing defense spending. They are urgently boosting their military production. The goal is to achieve greater strategic self-reliance. This marks a very big shift for the continent. The war in Ukraine is a profound wake-up call. Ukraine's fundamental position remains absolutely firm. It has stated it will not trade land for peace. The Ukrainian army is strong enough to continue fighting. This is the core belief that shapes Kyiv's strategy. National sovereignty and integrity are paramount. Ukrainian forces fight for every inch of their soil. Giving up territory would only embolden Russia further. This is Kyiv's clear and consistent warning. Ukraine believes that waiting is the better option. It is better than accepting a bad peace deal now. A bad deal would effectively reward unprovoked aggression. It would not bring any lasting security to Ukraine. They hope to negotiate from a stronger future position, perhaps through military success or growing Russian weakness. Patience, Ukrainian leaders often argue, is a virtue here. True justice, they say, requires holding absolutely firm. Real, lasting peace will require fundamental changes. Perhaps a significant political shift within Moscow, or a much clearer, more decisive military outcome. Russia must be made to see the war is futile. The immense costs must clearly outweigh any perceived benefits. Concerted international pressure must be sustained. Robust security guarantees for Ukraine are also vital. Without these core elements, any peace will be fragile. Achieving genuine, sustainable peace looks very hard. The path ahead for Ukraine is likely very long. Diplomacy at this moment has little room to operate. Europe now seems to understand this harsh reality. It is actively preparing for a potentially long conflict. This involves boosting its own defense capabilities and committing to support Ukraine for the long haul. A new, more dangerous era of vigilance has unfortunately begun.